Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another gay gamer video podcast. The first thing I want to talk about is not really game related, but it's tech related, I guess, so it's sort of the same kind of thing. I actually I bit the bullet and subscribed to a couple of services over the past week. First, I finally caved and subscribed to Spotify. Originally, I liked Spotify. I could sample records before deciding whether or not I wanted to spend money on them. And I could just listen to, like, playlists and you know, stations and whatever, and it was fun. And I just sort of justified it by saying the ads are fine because it's like you're listening to the radio, you know, because I don't listen to the radio anymore. This was a way of, like, listening to music you want to listen to, and there just happen to be ads every so often, like on the radio. And so that's fine. The problem is that I've taken to listening to Spotify, like, every day at work. But I listen to, like, electronic instrumental music, because otherwise I can't focus on my writing. So, when you're listening to, like, new agey electronic soothing music to suddenly have a loud ad for whatever show up, it's a little off-putting. And I figured, I listen to it every day at work. It's only $10. Might as well. It's gonna be... I listen to it every day, so, like, just not having the ads, it's almost kind of worth it. And then, of course, like, on my phone and stuff, I'll be able to, like, use it properly instead of only being able to shuffle and choose random songs by an artist. I could actually listen to the specific song I want. But $10 is, I think, the perfect price point because it's not that much money. You're like, oh, it's $10 a month. Like, that's, like, hardly anything. Like, meh, you know? So, that's a really good price point. That's also why I finally signed up for Movie Pass. I know I have some friends. I know I have at least one friend who I know uses it, and there's another one who I'm assuming uses it because he also seems to go to the movies a lot. Like, they're always posting on Facebook. They're like, oh, I'm seeing this movie. And I'm just like, why are you seeing that? Like weird movies, like, oh, I'm gonna go see the Emoji Movie, and it's like, nobody wants to see the Emoji Movie. But now I'm like, oh, they were doing it because it's not costing them anything. They can go see as many movies as they want. Because you can see a movie a day. Unlimited. Although the catch is, you can't use it for IMAX or 3D, which is whatever, although I like 3D. But you also can't see a movie more than once, so I mean, while you could theoretically see a movie a day, eventually I feel like you'll run out of movies to see every single day of the week, the month. But in theory, you can go every day. And I think it used to be like $50. And I'm like, oh, that's why they go to the movies all the time, because for $50 a month, like, you've got to see at least, like, 4 movies to make it worth your money. So you kind of have to go at least once a week. But now, it's $9.99, or $9.95. It's like $10 a month to see movies for free. Which is sort of bonkers, and I'm not really sure how they're going to make their money back. I mean, I can assume that you're like, well, it's like you pay for something and then you don't really use it. So they're still making their money, but you're not using it, so they're not paying out. But movies here in Brooklyn and Manhattan average around $15 for a ticket. Usually more. Sometimes less for a matinee, but usually more. And it's sort of, I'm like, if I see one movie a month, I'm getting my $10 worth, basically. But there will be more than one movie I'm going to see. Like, sometimes there's going to be, like, a couple movies opening that I'm going to go see. And then there's also those movies where I think I kind of want to see it, but I don't want to spend $15 to $16 to $18 for it. So I'll wait for it to come on Netflix. I'll just rent the disc, because you have to rent discs. If you wait for streaming on Netflix, you never know when you're going to see something. If you want to see a specific movie, you have to rent the discs as well, which is why I pay for streaming and discs. But then I always forget, and then I never end up renting it all the time, so I'm like, you know what? This is perfect. I'm like, I can go see a movie and be like, oh, I kind of want to see that, but I don't want to pay, $16 for it. But now I don't have to, because I've already paid my $10 and I can go see whatever I want. And it's also good because, like, my husband wants to see It in a couple of weeks, and I kind of don't. I thought he was going to go with somebody else, but he wants to go with me, so I'm like, oof. So I'm like, I hope that my card comes in time so that I don't have to actually, pay for it, because, that would be really nice. The problem is they sent an email saying, hey, we've had an unprecedented desire for this movie pass, so we're having a little trouble getting them all out. But they are coming out. So it's a slight delay in getting out those cards. Because they basically send you a debit card, and you say, okay, I want to see this movie. And they're like, okay, it's going to cost, whatever the movie ticket price is, and they put the movie ticket price on your debit card so that you can just swipe it, and that's how you pay for your ticket. It seems complicated, but it seems to work, so I'll let you know in a couple of weeks when I get my movie pass card and I've actually tried to use it, and I'll let you know how it goes, because I just can't. I'm like, how are they getting away with this? I'm paying $10 a month and I can go see all kinds of movies. It's weird, but yeah. So as far as gaming, I have to admit, my Switch is not getting a lot of love right now, I'm sorry. Because portably, I don't bring it with me. I just bring my 3DS now, because I'm playing Animal Crossing on the train, and when I have extra time, I'm playing Miitopia, which continues to be hilarious. And I don't want to spoil anything, but after I finished, like, the first section, the second section, like, took a turn. Like, there was a twist, and I'm like, oh. And at first I was kind of annoyed by it, but now I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. It just felt like starting over again, which is kind of annoying, but it's still funny and charming and hilarious, and super gay. Like, the window of sadness, as my friend Chris calls it, where someone gives a gift and then someone sees it from the window and they get sad. Like Phil got sad because he likes Joe, and Rob gave Joe a gift that Joe really liked, and Phil was sad because he's jealous. And it's hilarious. It also gets, like, strangely super gay at times. Like, I used to be a pop star, but now I'm an imp. So I wear, like, a devil costume, and I have, like, a pitchfork. And one of my magic powers is called, like, a butt jab or something. And basically I can poke one of my teammates in the butt and make them attack for me. So I can attack my warrior, Phil, because he'll do more damage than my attack would. So sometimes that's more helpful. So in the game, you select that, and then you literally, like, poke him in the butt, and he goes, ooh! And it's like, I can't. It's hilarious. And at home, I'm not actually playing Splatoon anymore. I kind of fallen off of Splatoon, which I need to get back into, because, I paid money and bought it, and I feel like I should be playing it more. And I know there was a Splatfest this weekend, which I didn't even participate in. So, or wait, maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's next weekend? I don't know. Now I'm thinking I might not have missed it. But yeah, the Flight versus Invisibility one. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I missed it, because I don't feel like I saw people posting about who won it. But anyway, I've been playing so much No Man's Sky, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, since the update, like, I never stopped playing. I was always playing it, like, once or twice a week. Like, if I had a stressful day at work, I would come home and unwind with some soothing No Man's Sky exploration. But since the update, I got back into it to check out the update, and I kind of never left, and I can't stop playing it. But, like, the problem with the update, there's some really good stuff in the update, and some not so good stuff. And sort of, so, I'm going to start with the good stuff, and then I'm going to complain. So, first of all, like I said, the game is lovely. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And there are some new features. I found my very first crashed freighter on a planet, which was quite exciting. It looked amazing. It's very impressive. It's like something out of Star Wars. And I was a little confused. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. And I had to look online just because I was like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I couldn't get inside, and I didn't see anything strewn about to, like, pick up. And what it is there's these, like, storage cubes that are kind of, like, embedded in the ground all around. And you kind of have to, like, shoot grenades to, like, blow away the dirt in the ground so that you can get at them. And then you can get, like, units and nanites and all kinds of stuff. And it's great. So it's like treasure hunting. And you just have to blow a lot of grenades. I don't know if I know that they added some kind of terraforming, like terrain manipulation in this new update. I don't know how that is done. I don't know if it's only in like the creative mode, because I'm playing standard, or if it's something that your multi-tool, you can get something added to your multi-tool so that you can go and it like will carve away the ground, because that would be a lot easier than just randomly shooting grenades to blow up the ground and clear a path to the storage. But I haven't explored that yet, so because there's other things that I've been doing, because I wanted to go back to my base planet, because my base planet was like gorgeous. It had like pink grass and green turquoise skies, and there were animals everywhere, and it was very lush and beautiful. And I wanted to go back to see how gorgeous that looked with the new update, you know. And when I got there, I left my base, I walked outside, I teleported to my base, I walked outside, it's a barren wasteland. I was like, what? Like, I thought that the update would just enhance what was already established. I didn't know it was going to, like, redo planets. So if you try to go back to a planet, it might not look the same as it did. So basically my gorgeous, lush base planet is now a barren wasteland. So I'll have to build, I'm going to build a base somewhere else now, because like that's not any place I want to have a base. The problem, also, when I went back inside my base, there's a new little counter with a Viking behind it selling blueprints, because that's, you know, like a thing with the new update. They, like, sell you blueprints for nanites. They do it in all the space stations. Now there's one of those in my base, and he's the only guy in there. I went through my entire base, room to room, and the Gek, the Korvax, and the Viking that I recruited to help develop new technology for me are gone. And I'm like, what the hell? So, I'm sort of annoyed at Hello Games, because this update seems to have created new material and new stuff to explore, but it seems to have broken what you've already done, which is, like, obnoxious. And I don't know what's up with that. And, like, I don't mind because I'm going to build a new base, so I'll recruit new people, and that's fine. It's just sort of annoying that, like, my progress seems to have been erased, you know? Things that I had established and done don't count anymore. And, like, the aliens, like I said before, the aliens are speaking gibberish, and that's, like, I was like, what the hell? Did I lose my progress in the language? Because I had learned every single word. And if you look at my stats, it says I've learned over 1,000 words. But they're still speaking gibberish, and now when I go to Knowledge Stones, because when they first did the update, the Knowledge Stones wouldn't give me anything. They said, oh, you know it all. And I'm like, but I don't, because they're speaking gibberish. But now, they're speaking half gibberish and half words I know, and when I go to a Knowledge Stone or a ruin, I'm learning new words. But I don't know. I mean, I knew like 1,000 words, so I don't know if these are new. Like, one of them is like, oh, I learned the word for sorry or something. I'm like, did I not know that already? And it's sort of annoying because I don't know if my progress was erased and I'm going to have to do it again, or if they added new dialogue and that included new words, so all of the new words that they then added into the game are now words that you have to learn. So now I have to learn 2,000 words. I don't know. I kind of wish that they had like made that clearer in their update notes, because I don't remember seeing anything like that. So that's sort of annoying. So, the worst part, I can't actually blame them for. I can blame them for it a little bit, but it's mostly my fault. Shortly after the update, I received a distress call while floating through space, and it launched a new mission, which is like this new story mission that they've created that is supposed to be like, 30 hours of story or whatever. And I said, oh, I'll do that later. And I just kept exploring and doing what I wanted to do. And when I finally decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to try to do this mission. Let me see what this is all about. It was like, oh, the signal is in another system. So go to your galaxy map and navigate to that system. I go to my galaxy map. I don't see any nearby systems where this is, and I'm just like, what the F, dude? So I go online, and I discovered that basically when you get that transmission, you're supposed to scan the system from your ship, and one of the planets will have an icon will appear that is like, that's where the ship is crashed, and you're supposed to go there and explore it. So I should have done it right away, but the game didn't make it clear that it was coming from here and you should go check it out now before you leave the system. And I was just like, ugh. So I have to navigate my way back to whichever system it was. I don't remember exactly. I have the ballpark, because the problem is that while exploring, one of the things I wanted to do before I just checked out that story mission and the distress signal is there was a black hole nearby and I wanted to go through the black hole. So logically, I should have realized this distress call is coming from here. I should check it out before I leave. But I don't think of it as real. Like, I'm thinking of it as a game thing, so I felt like whenever I activate this mission, it'll put the distress call nearby, like, because it's a game, and it would just be like, okay, here it is, go check it out. And I didn't even think that it was being real about it, and the distress call is in that system over there, because I was like, distress call, and I went, jump, jump, black hole to here, and now I have to go jump, 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 all the way back. And I was super pissed, and it doesn't save, it doesn't have like a list of save slots, so I could say, oh, well, let me go jump back to a save before, like, it auto-saves, so it's not like I was manually saving and I can go back to a save before I left that system and then take care of it, and then I'll just lose my progress, but that's fine because I'll just go back to where I was. I can't do that. So I was like, crap. And I can't use the teleporters to go back because I can only teleport back to my base, which I don't want to do anymore because that place is terrible and empty and barren. So I was really upset, but then I was able to, like, kind of talk myself into being like, it's okay, because basically I don't care about story or progression. Like, the pleasure I get from No Man's Sky is I go to a system, I explore it, I go to the next system, I explore it, I go to the next system, and I explore it, and that's pleasurable. That's my enjoyment. That's how I enjoy the game. Just the sheer exploration and discovering new things. So I don't mind. I was like, I shouldn't mind having to go back, because all the way back I'm going to be exploring new systems. So it's just, instead of heading for an Atlas station or the center of the universe, I'm heading for that system where I was before. That's, I mean, I figure, like, that makes sense. So that's how I'm looking at it. And I'm also trying to look on the bright side that, in the theory, that system should be closer than the center of the universe. There might be a closer Atlas station, but that's got to be closer than the center of the universe. So I might actually reach there long before I would be able to do anything else. We'll see. I'll let you know. Also, I will try to play something else before next week's... Sorry, batteries died. My batteries, everything battery operated today has been dying. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, and it was literally with just seconds to go before I was signing off. And the battery just couldn't hang on for just another few seconds. So anyway, I'll see you back here, and we'll talk about something else. Bye!